Central PA Live. Today is Thursday, May 23rd. I'm Amanda Ketty, and today's show, as you can tell, is not in the studio. We are at the Blair County Convention Center for the Blair Go Red for Women purse auction and fashion show. I'm super excited. I'll be the MC tonight. It all starts at 6 o'clock, and you can still come on in and get your ticket at the door. And I do have a very special guest with me today I'd like to introduce you to, Nicole Mozer. Nicole, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So Nicole is actually tonight's Lifestyle Change Award recipient. This is the very first award for this award. We're doing this for the first time this year.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to share your story. We're going to tell you all about Nicole's story and the award coming up a little bit later in the show. But first, we are going to get into today's 2 cents.
All right.
Are you excited?
I am excited.
All right, so we're going to start off with a story today from the American Heart Association, kind of going with the theme here today. Studies show that women with high levels of work-related stress are 38% more likely to have a cardiovascular event than coworkers with low levels of stress. The medical director at the Emory Women's Heart Center in Atlanta says women can't care for their loved ones if they don't take care of themselves first. She's even used this this example of, the safety instructions given to airplane passengers before each flight. As an example, in case of an emergency, parents should put the oxygen mask on themselves before they can help their children with the masks, just to kind of give you a little bit perspective. So, Nicole, how do you take care of yourself first? Is that something you're still you're learning, or?
It's a work in progress. It's always going to be a work in progress. Exercise has been like my saving grace. It relieves stress, it relieves tension, so much more. Like, we go into the gym with punching bags and you can just beat the crap out of it. Take away a lot of your stress that way.
That's true. That is very true. I know we have so many stressors, I think, today.
Oh, absolutely.
As women, you have to take care of the family, the house, and work. It's really important to remember to take care of yourself first. At the end of the day, you
can't take care of anybody else unless you put yourself first.
Exactly. So one thing I like to do is meditate. In the gym, I love your idea of that. That's a great one. Okay, another 2 cents topic for us today. A new study reveals those with a diet of primarily high processed foods ate more calories and gained more weight than when their diet consisted of minimally processed foods. Sounds about right?
Absolutely.
So get this though, a shocking 61% of American adults get their total diet from ultra processed foods. And in another study, people who mainly eat ultra processed foods consume about 500 more calories per day because they ate more. And those on the ultra-processed diet also ate faster and took extra helpings. I'm not really surprised because some of the ultra-processed foods, they taste really good.
That's because they're loaded in sugar and salt, which is 2 of the biggest things on your heart.
That is so true. Yeah, so what exactly is your take on processed foods?
They're delicious,
Yeah,
apparently we all eat them, but
yes.
It's definitely not good. You are ingesting double the amount of sugar, double the amount of salt than something that you would make on your own.
Yeah.
And you're putting a burden on high blood pressure for the future, heart disease, and everything that comes along with it.
That's true. So do you stick to a healthier diet? How do you do that? I know that's hard these days.
I try to. I'm not the best eater, but I try my best. I just do what I can. I take it day by day. That's the key.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, it is hard. It is really, and to prepare.
Yep.
It's so much easier to grab a donut than it is to
Absolutely,
try and cut
or
a
go through
cucumber.
McDonald's drive-thru.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know, it is hard. Yep. All right, well, this one's fun. I'm excited to talk to you about this one. A new study finds women perform better on math and verbal tasks when the temperature is warmer, but men, they perform better when the temperature is cooler. Researchers from the University of Southern California say they saw a meaningful difference in the women's scores when the temperatures went from 60 to 75 degrees. I totally agree with this.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
I totally agree as well.
I know that in the office, all the women are always complaining that it's way too cold, and we all have blankets.
See, I'm the total opposite
Yeah.
though, because I'm always the hot one.
Really?
Yeah, I want to take clothes off instead of putting clothes on because I'm always too hot.
Oh my goodness. And I do think that I'm concentrating too much on how cold it is when it is cold.
Yeah.
And I can't primarily focus?
It's hard.
It is really hard. I know. Well, I know in the newsroom we are always yelling at the men.
Turn
All
up
right.
the heat.
So I'm super excited to have you on today. Again, we are at the Blair County Convention Center. This is for the Blair Go Red for Women's Purse Auction and Fashion Show. And again, Nicole is here because you are a first recipient of the Healthy Lifestyle Change Award. And you can kind of see in the background, we've got the purses. People are still kind of getting set up.
Yes.
A lot of things to auction off. I saw some really good vacations.
I know, I'm excited.
Did you see? There's
Yes.
some really good vacations they're auctioning off. They have a beautiful Go Red quilt over there.
Yes.
So I'm super
It's very
excited.
nice.
It is very nice. And I feel very fancy.
Yes.
Don't you
In our
feel fancy in our dresses?
Yes.
All right, we're going to bring you on a little bit later in the show,
Okay.
Nicole. We got lots in store for you. Coming up next, Joe Murgo is going to keep you up to date on the latest forecast. We'll be right back.